Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to use automation using AUTOFILTER. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and this is how and why we use a filter, because we want to create certain effects. In this case, I'm working on a reggaeton track, and I'm going to show you first what you're going to learn. So if you notice, there's a dot on the sound right here in these two areas, right here, and then the sound start growing from here. Now I'm going to open the filter so you notice what's going on with the needle right here. It stays flat right here. Then once we hit this dot, going up. Now I have the same thing over here for the snare and the kick. And let me open the other filter. So this one. If you notice, it just stayed there. This is the cut. So you can use this trick on any type of genre that you're working on. ADM is quite used. Reggaeton, either ballads. We use it almost everywhere. Vocals, synths, keyboards. So in this case, I'm working on what is called a pre-hook, and this is the hook or the chorus of the track, in this case of reggaeton. So this is the main part on bar 21. So before that, I just dog the sound, and then it just grows so it can be more impactful right here in the chorus. Okay, so let's go and take a look. How can we do this? So first of all, you have to pick a filter that you feel familiar with. In this case, I have two options. I have the AUTOFILTER that comes with Logic, or I can use an external, another plugin. In this case, this is the one that comes with Logic, and this is the one that I like to use, which is called DJMFilter. This plugin is free, and you can download by the company Xfer Records, and just Google DJMFilter plugin, and then just download for Mac or PC. Now, when I try to use, they pretty much do the same thing. They are filters, they can do the same thing. But I personally don't like to use this one. And you probably guess it. Too many things to move around, and I just don't feel like, I don't know, doing this one. I have to be productive and get these things done fast. So that's something I personally don't use. So I don't put it in there. I use this one. This one only has three things, which are I'm going to use the most, which is the resonance, obviously the filter, and the drive sometimes. But those are the three. And this one is on off, but you don't have to, because you have this one in here. Okay. So I just put it over there on the track that I'm going to use it. Let's say I'm going to use it on the drums, and I'll use it on the arpeggio. So that's why I put it over there on my chain right here. Okay. Now, before I go forward, just in case you're wondering, what is a filter? A filter is pretty much like an EQ. It's similar to that. You can also do this automation using an EQ. In this case, I like to use this one because this one right here, the channel EQ, it will take more space in my CPU. And plus, it's just a little bit easier for me visually doing this way, but you can also do it this way, like doing something like that. This is pretty much what we're doing. Just like if you want to add resonance, just adding this right here. And a frequency, just cutting or adding either high frequencies or low frequencies. So let's say I'm doing an automation, so this is pretty much what you're doing, opening the plugin. Now, I don't like to use it right here because you have three things to coordinate, and I think if you're, having to move the mouse, and, it just takes more time. So that's why I don't like to use that, and I use the filter. Okay. So once I have that, I come right here where it says automation. This one right here. You see the dots? That's basically your automation. And that's what we do. We just put dots. And like, let's say I want to increase this part. I just put the dots. I take it off and it comes back to regular, So right here, I just have to decide where exactly I want to put the automation. In this particular case, if you notice, I started on bar 17, and then right here, about one before, on bar 20, one before the chorus, I bring it all the way to natural state, which is 0, which is kind of 0 is right here in the center of the needle. So if you notice that the sound is dark on the arpeggio, since these are the only 2 sounds that I have in this area, in this section. Okay, so therefore I lower the arpeggio, and this one I group snare and kick, so it will be easier and save CPU by using one single plugin affecting both of these snare and kick. So right here, and then I increase it so it kind of builds up the arpeggio, and then right here I just bring it to its natural state, right here, whatever it's going to be at. And something else you can also do to have more impact into the chorus is to do a drum breather, which is basically taking out some of the kick. In this case, let's say I have my bar, so, and I divide it by 4, right? So I take 2 squares before the chorus and for the kick, and 4 squares of information from the snare. That way the snare goes out, and then eventually the kick stays a little bit longer. So let's notice the effect right here. Snare is gone. You still hear the kick, and then whenever it comes over here, it has more impact. Okay, so that's it. I hope you find this video very helpful. See you next time. Bye-bye.